Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and everybody else in between this great big beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? Chuck's Mangled News Show. How about you doing? How you be? See, that's why it's mangled. Can't get my mouth to work. But that's okay. Oh, what's new? It's, Thursday. It's garbage day for us today. Oh, what excitement. Oh, I get to go through everything and throw out a bunch of shit. Oh, boy. That's not fun. Oh, so what's new? I mean, what's going on? I guess let's go check some stuff here. Do some Twitter news. Uh-huh. Okay, President expanding the definition of infrastructure. He notes trains and highways were not always seen as infrastructure. The idea of infrastructure has always evolved to meet the aspirations of the American people and their needs. And it's evolving again today. There you go, coughing again. So, anyway, so that's with him. I'm just having a wonderful day. Amy Lynn, why are there Biden Republicans? Because they don't want anything to do with the GQP and their effing insanity. Who wants to be associated with Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz, Lauren Bonehead? I call her Bonehead. She's Boebert. Lauren Boebert. Okay, so that's true. Okay, Richard Carlson. Can anyone name one single thing Ben Carson did as head of HUD? Just one. Sergeant Papa Bear says he only sat on his ass and collected checks and made sure all of his speeches were less than a paragraph long. Hey, I guess some of these agencies, they can pretty much run themselves, right? Okay. Dots Connect says, good morning, Twitter friends. I hope you are doing fine today and staying safe as we continue our journey of complex issues of our time. Oh, but the human heart is made to pump joy through our lives, and we are designed to help that purpose by sharing hugs. Let's do this. Hugs. Okay, so we did that. Anyway, I'm having a goofy time with... Jeez. Come on, folks. I know. Caffeine irritates it. Don't make it better. I don't care. I like caffeine. Okay. Now here's something. This Daily Dot, 23 hours ago. I can't wait to steal from this. Everybody is ready to raid Amazon stores that don't have employees. Why? This don't make sense. I can't wait to steal from this. Everybody. Does Amazon deserve to be robbed blind for these? Amazon's news stores are blowing up the internet as people are determined to steal from the employee-less shops. The online e-commerce site is slowly rolling out grocery and convenience stores that automatically charge your account, leaving cashiers and lines entirely out of the equation. Amazon Fresh and Amazon Go stores require an app that automatically charges whatever a customer takes from the store location. A TikTok posted by the tech account Upton is blowing up, and it has the internet in a stir over the new technology. It feels weird, right? I feel like I'm stealing, Upton said in a video. The two-part TikTok demonstrates how the stores work with the automatic charging. Right now, 30 Amazon Go stores are located in New York City, Chicago, San Francisco, and Seattle. Meanwhile, Amazon Fresh locations are opening up all over the country. Woohoo! Amazon Fresh works slightly different from Amazon Go. At the Amazon grocery store, the shopping carts automatically add up whatever the customer puts into the cart and subtract anything that is taken out. Once the customer walks over to the exit, the cart is charged to the existing account. Someone tweeted out the TikTok, and it's getting ratioed by people who are not into Amazon's new stores. Many are determined to steal from the employee-less stores. So if you want... Catch me throwing shit over the gate to my homies. Free munchies, one person tweeted. Oh my God. And another guy says, what if I hop that bitch? Now what? Oh, God. See, people, they just got to be like people. Okay, Fox News. Pizzacki, my girl Pizzacki. Boy, she is the best. It drives me crazy every time. I haven't been... Her news conferences, I want to see them. And it's like... I wish they have a schedule, they probably do somewhere. I just haven't found it yet. I stumbled on to it once or twice, and whatever I get from her slamming somebody, I get off a Twitter. But here we go. Pizzacki snaps when asked why Vice President Harris had time to visit Chicago bakery, but not a border. She got a snack. This is from Bradford Betts, Fox News, April the 7th, yesterday. And White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki got snippy with a reporter on Wednesday who questioned why Vice President Kamala Harris had time to visit a Chicago bakery amid the lingering border crisis she has been tasked to deal with. The exchange between Psaki and New York Post reporter Stephen Nelson came during a press briefing at the White House. Nelson noted that although Harris has been put in charge of dealing with the border crisis, she has only spoken with the Guatemalan president and has yet to visit the border or Central America. He then mentioned how the vice president traveled to Chicago this week and took time to visit a bakery. Is she still working on this, and can you address the perception that she's kind of quietly backing off while Secretary Mayorkas is pursuing some Trump-era policies? Nelson asked. Psaki shot back that Harris was visiting Chicago to discuss COVID and the accessibility of the vaccine. And so while she was there, like many Americans, she got a snack. I think she's allowed to do that, Psaki said. But she was there to talk about COVID and play a role, as she's playing a significant role on our efforts to address vaccine hesitancy, communicate with the public about how we can do this, and it's imperative to get the vaccine when it's available. Harris was in the Windy City on Tuesday, where she toured a vaccination site that opened to union workers. She also visited Brown Sugar Bakery on the city's south side, where she met with owners and employees, and came away with a piece of German chocolate cake. So she also flew into California on Thursday, stayed through Monday, just a few hours driving distance from U.S.-Mexico border, but also didn't go to Ground Zero. What is she going to do when she goes to Ground Zero? This looks bad. Really? Is that all these assholes want her to do? I wish she had one of these, She could go, wow, this looks bad. We're working on it. What they come on. They're not going to be playing with each other in the bushes and shit like Cruz and Lindsey Graham and all them other ones were, or right? Oh my God, heaven forbid, Rio Grande. They got to ride in a gunboat. What the hell is a gunboat needed on the Rio Grande for anyway? Now, years ago, this is years and years and years ago, in the 70s, in the early 70s, when I was in the Corps, okay, there were rumors that the Mexican army down there was shooting across the border at people in the United States. So it's like, yeah, trying to provoke some shit there. But it didn't work. If it did, you would hear about it, and it would be in the news or in a history book or something like that, but it didn't work. Okay. So if you want to finish reading this trash, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, it's from Fox News yesterday. Pizzacki. All right. Okay. Oh, here you go. Fox News 3 days ago. More Fox News. What the hell's wrong with you people? By Houston Keene, Fox News. Published 2 days ago. Representative Crenshaw tells United Airlines to just shut up after airline follows same route as Delta. Okay. Representative, he ain't going to last long. Representative Dan Crenshaw, Republican of Texas, told United Airlines to just shut up after the airline followed the same controversial route taken by their competitor Delta Airlines in attacking Georgia's new election law. United Airlines called George. You know how George is? He's terrible. Okay. But Georgia's new voting law wrong and claimed it infringes on the right to vote of fellow Americans. The Texas congressman fired back on Monday, blasting United Airlines as pandering hypocrites. Crenshaw pointed to United's own policy requiring photo identification for people to board their flights. Oh, boy. Well, you know why? Did you ever think of why? I don't think people waiting in line to vote are going to be in a plane crash where they have to identify who's on the plane when they got to figure out what bodies to put together. Do you ever think of that, Crenshaw? Oh, now here's another one. Oh, I ain't talking. That's more Fox News, and I'll tell you what the highlight is. You read it. Oh, boy. 2 days ago, Limbaugh producer Bo Snerdley, I wonder if that's a real name, Bo Snerdley blasts Democrats' depraved view that black Americans are unable to get IDs. James Golden says the long lines problem at polls tend also to be in Democratic-run minority precincts. It's next year, huh? God, it's just like election cycles just never end. Every 2 years, Congress or whatever, oh shit, and then every 6 years, the Senate, this shit, Daily Beast, 21 hours ago. Jordan's King. Okay, folks, just pay attention. Jordan's King breaks silence on brother's attempt to topple him. These two boys will just never get out of the playground. For the first time, King Abdullah II of Jordan has directly accessed... he directly addressed his unprecedented fallout with his half-brother, the former Crown Prince Hamza bin Hussein, who had been accused of plotting a coup against the sitting monarch. I am speaking to the Jordanian people today to reassure you that the sedition that has been crushed, the king said in a statement read live on state TV channels. Oh, Fox News. The challenge of the last few days was not the toughest nor the most dangerous to the stability of our homeland, but it was the most painful for me because those involved in the sedition came from within our own home and from outside it, he said, adding that nothing has come close to the shock and anger he felt about the ordeal. The king added that an investigation into the alleged plot is ongoing. A statement follows a letter from Prince Hamza, released by the royal court on Monday, in which the former crown prince affirmed his allegiance to the monarchy. As of Tuesday, Jordan had banned the publication of any news relating to the royal feud. Put the boxing gloves on and go down in the basement and settle this shit. The world don't need to see it. You know what I mean? Ah, that was good. Okay, The Hills, 17 hours ago. I thought they were on break. I guess they are. There's no reporter As usual, Alaska governor warns China and Russia are taking over the Arctic. Says we must protect the American Suez. Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy, Republican, warned Americans in the wake of the massive Suez Canal blockage not to take their eyes off the Arctic. The potential financial fallout brought about by the Ever Given freighter, which clogged the Suez Canal for nearly a week, could have held up nearly $400 million per hour in an international trade, according to analysts at the German insurer Allianz. $400 million an hour. But Dunleavy argues despite the financial ramifications of halted trade, a greater threat may loom in the near future. In fact, this marvel engineering could be rendered obsolete, according to Dunleavy. Dunleavy wrote in an op-ed for the Daily Caller that the Northern Sea route, which might prove to be a vital global trade pipeline, could be free of ice blockage in nearly 30 years. This, according to Dunleavy, could cut transits between Northwest Europe and the Far East by 40%. Likewise, a new major point of transit might also diminish the need for the Panama Canal, Dunleavy wrote. The Republican governor points out the major question how the United States will prepare for the potential shift in the dynamics in international trade. So where do they think all this shit ice is going to go? It's just like all going to go away? Are they counting on global warming to improve trade? Nobody thought of that, huh? Okay. As the governor of Alaska, our nation's only Arctic state, the importance of this region is not lost to me, but how will America defend the Arctic? Already, China and Russia have staked claims in the region and begun building Arctic fleets and infrastructure. You know, you just can't turn your eyes away from anything. What else we got? What's over here? It's got to go everywhere, you know what I mean? Dots connect. Okay, Jessica. If I were driving around 85 miles an hour in a 45-mile zone, which resulted in a bad accident, I would get ticketed. I guess there are privileges to being a wealthy pro athlete. An Arctic Shar, hashtag FBR, Tiger will likely donate millions to their police department. Money, 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 money. Yep, I guess so, maybe, huh? Okay, Sabrina McDaniel, pulmonary expert, testified George Floyd died from a low level of oxygen. Extremely impactful testimony. I dare them to acquit. And Sergeant Papa Bear says, doesn't sound like it had anything to do with drugs to me. Sounds like that knee from Chauvin pressed against the next was the cause and death was the effect. No shit. Yep. Okay, here's a pattern I've noticed. Accounts of orange-red orbs creating a strong sense of fear in people within their vicinity. Is this a biological defense mechanism? It would be a pretty amazing technique making an intruder's nervous system trigger a fear response. What? Accounts of orange-red orbs. What the hell? A pattern. Accounts of orange-red orbs creating a strong sense of fear in people within their vicinity. Where do you see these orange-red orbs? What is he talking about? I haven't experienced fear in those. What are you talking about? This is beyond humanity. Do. Oh my God. Let's see. Maybe they didn't consider you a threat. Contactee, so maybe not. Has anybody seen these orange-red orbs? This is news. This is like the Travel Channel. Oh, stop that shit. Oh my God. Just resume your damn thing, piece of shit. Okay, so anyway. So, 2 years ago, I saw an orange orb with red around its edges materialize and rush off over my dog's head and then just disappear. After traveling 10 to 15 feet away from me, I never had a feeling like that. The only reason I knew I saw it was because it caught my dog's eyes too. Okay, this A51S. No, my dog neither barked nor did anything as well as just watched it materialize, dart over him, and disappear. So I think your theory is interesting. Blake S. says, me and two friends saw an orange sphere take off from the ground and into the sky, and we all just kind of shrugged and kept walking. Ha ha. Oh. This is Twitter, folks. This is not the Sci-Fi Channel here. Vatir Seeker, she replied, interesting. Beyond Humanity comes back up. Using someone's biology against them is a brilliant passive defense strategy. I'm assuming this could be done by targeting the nervous system with some kind of specific frequency of focused energy. You hear that clock ticking in the background? It's Twitter, folks. I love it. I get a lot of news from there. Now you know why I'm nuts. Hey, you think that's bad? Facebook got real bad. Facebook. I'm scared to go on there. There's so much hate on that damn thing. Facebook. I thought I was bad. I'm sad and disheartened too. Yesterday I said, "Good morning, everyone." And I tweeted that, "Good morning, everyone." And nobody said good morning back. 10 hours later, I tweeted, "I'm sad and disheartened." I'm sad and disheartened. I tweeted, "Good morning, everyone," 10 hours ago, and nobody said good morning back. Nobody responded to that one either. Who cares, You just got to catch it at the right time. What the hell? You got to say something controversial. When you say shit like that, they're like, "Man, fuck you," Unless you got like 3 million followers or something like that. And then you get a couple of them say, "Oh, yeah, how you doing? Hello." Oh, my goodness. This is from Forbes. Okay. April 7th, 12 p.m. Who's the writer? No writer. Top line, Michigan is seeking to use far-right attorney Sidney Powell's defense in the defamation case brought by Dominion Voting Systems against her, stating in a court filing that her claim that her unfounded allegations of voting machine fraud should not have been construed as statements of fact offer support for the state's pursuit of sanctions against her over similar claims of fraud she made there following the presidential election. Okay, see, Sidney Powell's admission in Dominion case could haunt her, and Michigan's as state AG makes new move for sanctions. No, just disbar the damn bitch. Excuse my language. There's a lot of nice ladies out there, but this lady is a bitch. Okay, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Secretary of State Joycelyn Benson had previously asked the court to sanction Powell and her co-counsel and plaintiff after Powell unsuccessfully sued the state and asked the court to overturn its presidential election over unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud. Many of those fraud claims involve Dominion voting machines, and the company has filed a $1.3 billion defamation lawsuit against Powell for spreading those claims and alleging them in court. She's going to make a lot of payments. And she can't, if she's disbarred, then she's going to have to do a lot of washing dishes. You think? Okay, in a March motion to dismiss Dominion's lawsuit, Powell's attorney argued the lawyer's statements about Dominion were not necessarily intended to be portrayed as true, and no reasonable person would conclude that the statements were truly statements of fact. It doesn't matter, you said it. It doesn't matter, you said it. You caused damage, period. You can't turn around and say, well, it's so ridiculous. No, it's not true. No. You know what? All of the Trump maniacs and all the QAnon maniacs and all these other maniacs that chose to believe her and the old Rudy Giuliani, hey, that was the biggest thing flying around, Facebook and everything else. Oh, Dominion. Trump, why is he still walking around? I have no clue. They arrested that black lady legislator for knocking on a damn door, wanting to see this governor sign in Georgia, sign a bill. She got 2 felony counts against her. Well, hey, she was interrupting the proceedings of the government. So Trump did the same thing. I'll never understand it. I don't know what they're waiting for. Crazy stuff. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel asked the federal court Tuesday to include Powell's motion and its series of stunning admissions as part of its consideration over whether she shouldn't be sanctioned, adding the motion to dismiss the sanctions request wouldn't be an unfair surprise or cause harm to Powell and her co-counsel, the following argues, because the statements came from Mrs. Powell herself. From not Mrs. Powell, Ms. Powell. So if you want to read the rest of that garbage, it's on Forbes yesterday. I call it garbage because, it's so ridiculous. People are so crazy. Ooh. ZeroHedge.com. Here we go. Things are tightening up. Taiwan warns it will fight to very last day if China attacks U.S. warship transit strait. This is yesterday, 4:20 p.m., ZeroHedge.com. I think this might be our last one. On Wednesday, Taiwan issued new and rare bellicose... See, they got all these fancy words, man. I'm going to look this up. Bellicose words. What the hell is bellicose words? Signaling its response plans should China attack the democratic island. As speculation, the speculation stuff, that abounds over Beijing's increased military pressure, which has included ever larger weekly and near daily military flights into Taiwan's defense zones. Taipei officials have tended to downplay the possibility of a Chinese move on the island. Breaking from this reticent approach, which thus far has seen officials avoid direct ratcheting rhetoric with the mainland, Taiwan's foreign minister asserted the island will defend itself to the very last day if it comes under attack by China. Joseph Wu told reporters, "We are willing to defend ourselves, that's without any question." The top diplomat added, we will fight. Now, why is that? We will fight a war. No, we will fight a war if we need to fight a war. And if we need to defend ourselves to the very last day, then we will defend ourselves to the very last day. Addressing Chinese propaganda regarding its intentions, Wu explained during the ministry press briefing. Okay, the uncharacteristically direct words clearly meant as a warning to Beijing come as China earlier this week launched new naval drills in the waters near Taiwan. Crucially, the drills are led by the Lion Carrier Group in order to safeguard national sovereignty, safety, and development interests, according to a PLA Navy statement. Did you get through that? I'm glad. Today's over. Oh, I had such a good time. Did you? I did. I had a ball. Other than cough. I got to get rid of this cough, man. I never had that before. Oh, well. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye to the radio people. Goodbye, radio people. Have a good day. Don't catch that Rona. Be careful. I'm going to play the music for them. And then I'm going to play the music for you. Where are you people at here? That's what we're going to do. and play that music. And you guys have a good day. Say goodbye. Don't get that Rona and all this other crazy shit. So that's the name of that.